Let's just start testing. Hold on, just testing. Just testing. 1, 2, 3. Just testing. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Hold on. Hold on. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're just getting started. Not to give us a few minutes and. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah. Yeah, we need to. Yeah. Let me just get there. Let me just get. Yeah, but let's get it started. I think we're all ready. Let's get things started. Hi again, it's me. Today we are doing another bank holiday, May bank holiday live stream. We got 2 bank holidays in May, so this is the second bank holiday of the month of May, and it's the second bank holiday live stream of the year. So on to the live stream today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share for the future content and the World Cup content. Yeah, I'm not sure about the World Cup content, but we'll talk about that for you later. But we have lots of things planned today. We're gonna play a game called Sit Down, Stand Up. I think you might hear this on. Some people might listen to Radio One on Radio One Breakfast. You might be hearing a game called Sit Down, Stand Up. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing in the live stream. And we're gonna be talking about what happened in my DV expedition in May. And yep, before I'm just gonna get a clock. And then we'll be right back. Yep. What league are Swindon? They're in the 4th division, so League Two. They've been in that league for so gosh damn long. They've been there for 5 seasons. It's going to be a 6th because they failed to make it to the playoffs on the last day. They failed. So yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, things are gonna be different around here. I should say. I ain't doing a blooming whatever this is. Whatever this is, gone. Things are gonna be different here, but 4-5-1, 4-5-1, 4-5-1. Yeah, welcome to the stream for them 2 people. Yeah. Oh no. Well, let's let the magic come. Let's let the magic come. Alakazam. Oh. Well done, yep, cheers. There's another helicopter. Okay, one more. Ah, it's been a minute. Let's get it. Now, I've been hearing a lot of airplanes fly around my area recently, and I'm getting concernedly worried. I am getting worried that I am just really concerned. I'm not joking. I am really concerned and scared because it's just constant. I'm getting this nearly every 2 days. I can guarantee you there'll be a plane flying past me really concernedly I never get to hear the noises. All I hear from planes is like now I'm hearing them weird noises. I don't know what it's about, but I'm just really concerned about them noises. Flight jets, yeah. I think there might Yeah, I think that might be it, a flight jet. There's just so many flight jets just coming around us recently. I don't know if they're blooming UK ones, I don't know if they're Russian ones, or probably from the USA. I just don't know. Everyone goes to heavy in these in these place that's forecast, because red arrows. Yeah, the leader, yeah. The manager is Trenton Woolley. Yeah, I think he's getting the team. Yeah, we'll get on with sit down, stand up in the following hour. So stay tuned for that live stream. No, stay tuned to the live stream. As yeah. God, we have to join the European International Cup. I'll play Schalke then, yeah. I got no one yet. I'm doing an NPC career. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. How much money do you have in the bank? We literally have $500,000. Where have we got this? I'll sell him. We got one goalkeeper. Holy Palmer, what a legend. Can we get any, what a hot day. Yep, I have to agree, what a hot day it was. 33 degrees it really touched up to 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Oh my days. $30 degrees. 30 degrees. That is just unreal. Unreal, I should say. Oh, he could be decent. Just, wait, what? I'll look at that later. Harry Anderson. He looks quite interesting. Oh, he could be perfect for left back. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for the left back. How great to have you both here at last. Please take a seat. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm going for a rotation. A rotation. No, I want important. Yeah, that's handy. A 3-year contract. Yep, that's perfect. Yep, no news flows. I think that's perfect. Okay, yeah. Ooh, what a signing it is, I have to say. You got Harry Anderson. What's poppin', everybody? He looks like Marco Silva. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, what a day it's been. What a day. Swindon, not that. Salford, gonna be in League 2 for another season. They're in League 2 for another season. They're in it for another season. Salford. I've never seen them been that close, ever. I've never seen them be that close to promotion. That's the closest they've ever been. I've never seen anyone came that close to something like that ever. I've never seen it happen. They were so gosh damn close. They were so close. They were so close. They were literally so close. They were so close. Now, on the final day, they were going to the last day, 1 point off Cambridge. All they needed to do is win and better Cambridge's result. They both draw 0-0, but here's the thing. Salford came withdrawn near the crew. But here's the twist. Here's the big twist. Here is the big twist. They draw 0-0. They was at one point in that game. They had 5 attackers on in that 11. 5 attackers in that. They had 5 attackers. Five attackers. And no goal. And no one even put the ball in the net. That is just unreal. See? What did my man wrote in the chat? %. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I did it there. Can you sign the goalkeeper? He's very free ants. Free ants. Free ants. I don't get it, but. I don't know where that club is, but welcome to for the free people. Welcome to the live stream. Today it's another bank holiday live stream. As for this live stream later this live stream, we'll be doing a game called Sit Down, Stand Up. It's like that you hear on Radio 1. It's like that you hear on Radio 1. Let's play Swanning vs Schalke, then we'll get into the game. Then we'll get on to the signings. Serbia tactics. I don't think that could work. Should you do 4-3-3? Let's do 4-3-3. Late winner. Bless you. Yeah, it's our brother sneezing. Everything perfect. Yeah, I think perfect. Perfect for the squad. The opponents. Schalke. They've been promoted to the Bundesliga in real life, so well done to them. That isn't. Boom. Boy. Boom. Boom. Hear that noise? Boom. 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 Ooh. But we pass W's. And now here comes the big one. Swindon versus Schalke. Live. We are live and it ends. Harry Gray, I really think I could see a lot of potential with him. I could see a lot of potential going up him. Harry Gray. That's why I'm putting him on the bench. But the captain should be Kilkenny. I want to give it to Kilkenny. Yeah, let's give it to Kilkenny. No. Let's get things. Oh, let's do it. Oh, perfect. We have no messing about. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. He says, "Tell me a story. All the places you've been. All the places. Wake me holding on the reason. I don't know. You come home to me. You come home."
And we have pre-season group stage action from the European International.
Oh, many people want to know this, but I put it in the thumbnail. Harrison Fuller was speaking. What happened in the DOV expeditions? And I was mentioning we were going to talk about what happened in the DOV expeditions. In the first DOV expeditions. We're going to tell you what happened. What really happened in the DOV expeditions? The main 3 days. I was out for 2 nights and 3 days. Yeah, I was out camping. We camped in our school, so yeah. I gotta know. Why Wooly? Is it a random name? What a name! Where he got that name coming from? Clemson Wooly. Where he got him from is. It was in my Creator Club career mode in the first FIFA of Creator Club. It was in FIFA 22, and Johnson Woolley came up in our squad. He was a CAM. He was a midfielder. He was really good, to be honest. He was really good, and one of my favourite players to use. He was one of my favourite players to use. We have also got a penalty. We have a penalty. And it's going to Swindon Town. It was a handball, isn't it? Yeah, the clear handball, to be honest. And Duran makes it 1-0, sends it in. One 0 Swindon.
He sent the keeper the wrong way, kept his cool, and slotted it home. Nice finish.
Oh yeah, for the people in London, yeah, we walked. The Wednesday one, oh my days, it was chaos. Because the first hour, everything was alright. Until later on that hour. We were like walking through a field. It was scorching down with rain. We had to put on our waterproofs halfway. Oh my days, I never felt how soaked I was. I was incredibly soaked, but it stopped raining. It stopped raining, and my bottom part was getting dried. And the sun! Just imagine. But I've got to be honest. I have to be honest here.
Now look at this. They might be able to cash in.
It was chaotic. But it was really fun, I've got to be honest. But we went through 6, 7, 8 miles on that day.
Yeah, the positioning was spot
We had
on there,
an
wasn't
hour
it?
lunch break. So happy days, isn't it? It's the run again. 2-0 Swindon. 2-0 Swindon. What a hit. And it's 2-0 Swindon against Schalke.
Look how he sees the run here. The pass is weighted to protection, and it's a brilliant finish. He strikes through the ball. The keeper has no chance. It's a superb finish.
So underway once more. 2-0 the lead here.
But to be honest,
Chance to run at them.
no, we had a few pauses because in that one part in our walk, we went through like a sandy part in the middle of a field.
Antwi Ajay.
That's something that you don't see every day. Sand. Yeah, so doing my mates behind me was like kicking sand, and you know all that sand there comes in, and sometimes when it gets to your eyes, it really hurts. And it didn't happen, but yeah, we saw some horses, saw some tractors, and I don't know, I was literally laughing. And speaking of laughing, may I get to this part? We were going into our tents for bedtime. Yeah, we were going to sleep for our first. One bloke. He's one of the tallest lot there. He was one of the tallest lot there. He ran around.
And there it is. But hang on, the flag has gone up, and it's not going to
Yeah,
count.
he
Well,
ran
looked close, didn't it?
around this
Certainly
geezer's
thought
tent.
so as well, and he's making
No,
that
so he
play
just-
to the assistant.
Yeah,
And 1 minute of stoppage
this kid,
time has been added on.
Lampard, ran around this kid
Aaron
named
Bryan.
Robert.
Can he put it away?
His tent.
In it goes! At the second
3-0.
time asking, and the
Yeah.
keeper feels hung out to dry.
Alright, that's a small town girl. What song is that from? That's a small town girl.
This is what you always get taught to do as a kid. Look for
3-0
that far
Swindon.
post, make it difficult for the goalkeeper, and always follow in. That's what happened, and that's why
Yeah,
they
and
get the
as I was saying, with that kid, yeah, he ran around. Yeah, he ran around Robert's tent. Robert was sleeping at a tent by himself, and Lampard ran around Robert's tent and took off the pegs of his tent. He ran around it, took his pegs off. I was crying with laughter. Oh my days, Lampard, he is hilarious, you know, but he just never stops being so chaotic in class. He's one of my classmates, but he is chaotic. And he ran around Robert's tent, and he went on to do it to his girlfriend's tent, to Lampard's girlfriend. No, she knows he likes messing about, and he's chaotic, and he took her tent's pegs out, and she got hit hard because she was wet the following morning because of the rain. It was rainy on that night, and yeah. Yeah, if I saw him doing it to her tent, I would have cried. Not. I'm pegged her tent. If I watched that again, all my days I would have cried. But I was so lucky. I was really lucky because I was one of the I was quite lucky because we were one of the closest ones to them, but we weren't in the same island as them. We were like because it was the DFE teacher. I'm not going to say the name of the DFE teacher, but then it was two of my mates, me and Eddie, and they slept right next door to the big lot in my class. Yeah, they were together in that tent, but it was a very small tent, to be honest, I have to say, but it was chaotic. It was chaotic and funny, but it was a brilliant 2 nights, and then that following night, during that night, the first night, I woke up in the middle of the night. I thought it was 3 a.m., so I wanted to go to the toilet. Then I went out of the tent. I had my torch on. Then one of the supporters that were helping out in the night came up to me, flashlight. I screamed. Nobody heard it. Nobody heard it. No one heard me scream. And I told her what time it was. Apparently it was midnight. I thought it was 3 in the morning. I thought it was 3 in the morning. But no, it was midnight. But then there was another nighttime supporter with us. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the name because I don't have her consent. But yeah, she came in. And yeah. Yeah, it was midnight. I had to go to the toilet. I went to the toilet twice because it was 4 o'clock. I went to the toilet again. Then, yeah, it was I'll be right. Yeah. Oh yeah, as I was saying, no, sorry, I had to cut out there because there's something going on next door. But yep, I was checking what's going on. But then, in that following day, day 2, we walked 10 miles. My calves were literally on fire. They were aching all the way because you had to go up to a hill. It was up a hill, and what they said in that day 2 is that they'll get a journey to their destination, and we said, no, we could do it. Some people kind of regret doing it, but yeah, some people just regretted it. And yeah, we were the only group that went 10 miles. 10 miles. 10 miles. We went through a canal. Yeah, went down a hill. And yeah, it was chaotic that day. And then yeah, I was tired really. So yeah, during them 2 nights, some people played Manhunt. And that first night, I went for a shower. I was the only student that went for a shower. The only student that went for a shower. And that Wednesday night tea, I had pasta with tomato sauce with a pinch of cheese. That was mwah! And I was drawing in the rain. Oh my days. It was beautiful. That tomato pasta with cheese was mwah! Chef kiss. And then the first day we had curry and rice. It was Tourbière. It was very good. Very good in French. Tourbière is very good in French. And then Friday, the DFE teacher said we need to get out of there at 8 o'clock. we went an hour later because we were just packing our tents away. So yeah, we were no. What they should have done is that we should have woken up at 6 o'clock. What we did is that everyone wakes up at 7 o'clock. If we're gonna wake up at 7, we ain't gonna get out of there at 8 because look how long it is. Look how long. Look how prepared we ain't. We can't wake up and get out of there quickly on the same day we meant to pack up. Nah, and we're not allowed to come back at a certain time. So we had to come back to school 3:30 on Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday we weren't allowed to come back until 2 o'clock because they were going home on a Friday, and then bless me. And then that Thursday I went for a walk. No. Friday we went for a walk. It was one of the shortest ones. We went through a canal. We went up a canal river. Stopped at a cafe for toilet rest or toilet break. And then yeah. And my DOV teacher, we had 4 groups. My DOV teacher she was Scottish. And what Scottish people call a poo is a jobber. Jobber. Yeah, she's very nice, that my DOV teacher I had. But Friday we didn't have her because she had to go home because she was ill. She didn't really felt that well, so we had we took one out and she was in ours. Took their TA in. We had 2 TAs. No teachers, so we had 2 TAs. But we knew, well, the TA that we had knew the DOV because he has experience on the DOV. So, yeah. Let's get started. Let's get started in the second half then. Yeah, Friday went through it. We went past like the ice cream shop, ice cream park, and
Ollie Palmer. Just the challenge that was required.
But I have to be honest, Friday was really nice. And that returning to school, I really liked the fans. The passion we got.
And running free here.
But
He's given us away.
Yeah, it was really nice. And that second night before we went to sleep, me and my pal, I had 2 people sleeping with me. Yeah, and one of them, when we played Uno, had brought in some snacks. I had some fruit pastels, Sour Patch. Yeah, because we needed some sugar for some energy.
There's been so much talk about a potential transfer, but it's potential no more. It's fact.
Yeah, he's certainly a player with a lot of potential. It'll be a good
But then that the DV exhibition was quite fun. It was really fun. I brought my radio in. Remember, I brought my radio. When my radio was out, I was targeted as saying, "Give me that radio. Give me that radio. I want it gone." He wanted to break. One of them wanted to break it. He ain't got my consent. And know what the consent would have been? No. And consent means permission. It means another word for permission.
Junior Hoylett. Takes aim.
Oh.
Maybe just needed a bit more.
And subs. Palmer for Coleman. Zach Rayon.
Composure in front of goal to finish off the chance. This has been comfortable, hasn't it? That back line just don't seem to have an answer. There's a real quality when they go forward. The movement, the crisp passes. I wonder how many they'll get if they continue with this tempo.
But I'd like to be honest, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the walk at the end of the day. It was fun, but yeah. One person really felt homesick. Yeah, he missed his mum, but I'm not gonna name the person, but he won't be doing it in June. That's what I've heard. He won't be doing it again in June. So he's gonna be.
Batty. Andre here.
Yeah, we're doing TD. But D of E is a recognisable GCSE. Yeah, and the exams was chaotic. Our speaking exam, my speaking exam is going to be delayed until June. June the 4th is when I'm going to do my speaking exam. I've got nothing planned on the 4th for recording, so I'm alright. I'm actually free on that. I'm actually available on that day and that night to study, so yeah. I'll get my friends to help me study my speaking exam.
Kilkenny.
But the reason why it took so long, we didn't get ours, because they were too busy sorting the who to talk to with. Because I'm in the top entry level to entry level 3, and there's 6 people in entry level 3. There's 2 in entry level 1, 2 in entry level 2, and there's 1 in entry level 3.
Very alertly winning back possession. Well, it comes down to the final 5 minutes. The possession play frustrating their opponents.
Yeah, right tactic at this point in the game, isn't it?
But yeah, it was really fun, the DVX listen. And yeah, the joy was quite nice. And in that first DVX expedition sleep, I had about 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep. I was cold, so I had to have a blanket. I was cold, and it just felt breezy. So I asked the night workers for a blanket. They donated the blanket. I didn't have a blanket with me,
Not a huge chunk of added time.
so I thought they'd have some. We wouldn't need a blooming blanket.
And that is the end of the contest.
But what a win it was to Swindon, 3-0. 3-0 Swindon. What a performance I have to say it was. The ice cream. Why can't I sleep with the lights out? Na 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 na. Why can't I sleep with the lights out? I'm na 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 na. Turn the lights out. Alex Spence sang that song called Lights. That is a nice song. I really like that song. Why can't I sleep with the lights out? Na 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 na. And why can't I sleep with the lights out? And scouts. Fly? They won the league, for goodness sake. They won the league. So no wonder why I'm going to go straight to them. Not my early predictions. It's not the predictions I'm on about. It ain't happening. Ain't going to happen now. What? Let's sign him. Oh. 5 years, that's perfect. Cool beans. Welcome to the squad. Daniel Amorin from free agent to Swindon. Brilliant. 66. And he's the highest rated one. I'll be honest. What should I say my favourite part was? What do you think was my favourite part? I don't know where that is. If I don't know the club, I ain't accepting it. If I don't know the club, I am not accepting it. The Radio 1's Big Weekend was really impressive. I really liked the Radio 1's Big Weekend. Now, even though I wasn't there, I watched the video. I watched the clips and it was really nice. Surely we can pump it up a bit. Surely we can pump up a bit. $160. Sell on clause. 2%. Listen, I want this. 280. Perfect! Going to Swindon. That'll be the one that we're highlighting. I'll wait. Aaron Williams. That's his signing. Could be worth it. Ben White. Ben White. Oh no. That was a bad one. 11 for the Grimsby. Oh, what's in the Arsenal who has the Villa. What are the odds on the stats as a Super Cup final? As a Super Cup in August? England won 1-0 in the World Cup. Well done to them, to be honest. Well done to them. Well, last December. Who has Leicester got? Leicester doesn't even have. Oh, hold on. Don't you dare tell me. Please. It was Blackburn instead. No! Oh, I'm going to disappointed that since I've been gone. Burnley played Tottenham. No, Bolton v Wrexham's going to be a league championship game. No, the one game I think will probably happen is that West Ham versus Lincoln will probably be the first game aired in the EFL season. And I'll probably do the first one. But here's the thing. There'll be a lot more Friday nights. I think League One's first match will be on Friday night, along with League Two. I think the first League Two match will be on, I think, the Friday night one. I think York City will get the home tie. I think York City will play. I think Salford at home. York v Salford. Now Rochdale v Salford, that makes sense. It makes sense. So Rochdale v Salford. And then League One. It has to. God, just stop farting. I think it's gonna be. I think it'll be Leicester v Bolton. No, Leicester v Bromley. Leicester versus Bromley. I think it's gonna be that for the first match. Yeah, I think it'll be Leicester v Bromley as in the first match. I think it'll be Leicester v Bromley in the first match. I think there'll also be the one that gets aired on Sky Sports. I think it'll be on Sky Sports main event or Sky Sports Plus on the channel 404. But I am really looking forward. Not League One looks at its peak. Leicester versus Bromley. Leicester versus Notts County.
The hype has been building all week, and we're just moments away from kick-off time. Stay tuned for the live action. Hello everyone, well this can be a rainy part of Germany.
Another plane is going past. Leicester versus Bromley. Notts County versus Sheffield Wednesday.
This is how the starting lineup looks today.
Well, they're starting in a
I'm so gutted that it ain't Swindon versus Leicester. I am really gutted it's not Swindon versus Leicester. I think Leicester's biggest, toughest opponent is either Stockport . That's blooming near. That's literally near. Sorry about where. Sorry, got to interrupt the chat. And we're just in. Yeah, it's chaos. All chaos is loose.
Well, it's a good finish, but he was just offside. Great decision by the
Sends it away. And yeah. Who's marking him? 0-0.
Kilkenny. Intelligent ball. Pressure was on, but the keeper's done well.
Oh my days, no, I did not just did that. Yeah, welcome to the 3 people that joined the live stream. Welcome to the live stream for 3 people. Yep, after the game against Bromley in our pre-season
Who did he
friendly,
pick out?
we will do sit down, stand up. We'll call 3 people. Then after our game against Fleetwood in our league in the league match, we will do another 3. We'll sit down, stand up.
Excellent vision. Just needs to steady himself. Surely this time.
Sends it in. It's 1-0 Swindon. Get in there.
Transformed to revel in the moment.
Hold it. Hold it. Makes it 1-0 Swindon. Number 30 of Swindon makes it 1-0. No, what Boxing Day matches do I think will happen?
Late drama here. 5 minutes left, and just 1 goal between.
I would like to see York Rochdale at a Boxing Day match.
Good hands.
That would be sick.
Away from trouble.
Rochdale v York at a Boxing Day match.
Green.
Here's the main question. When will Millwall play West
Well, that was
Ham?
a good save, and it's kept
When will Millwall
They
play
had
West
to do
Ham
more going
in the league? Leicester's toughest opponent, I gotta be honest,
How about the cross?
is either Stockport or Plymouth
Trying to tee it up.
or Luton.
This could square the
It's
game.
one of them 3.
Magnificent defending.
Is it a league game? This one, no, it's a pre-season friendly game. Sends it away. After we play Bromley away in our final pre-season game, we will do
They didn't
sit
dominate
down,
the game
stand
by
up.
any means today, but overall they had the better of the.
That was brilliant, I say. Mousecanon, Swindon Town's cooking. Oh! Are we in for our favourites? Oh my days, we're clear favourites. I'm against Bromley. Welcome to them 3 people in the live stream. Wait, if you're around, make sure you like, subscribe, and share for future content. Arlo Carter, he could be decent. Yeah, get him in. Kyle Walton, I can't believe it, but he was literally centre back for Stockport. I can tell you, if he was where he was meant to be in the attack, if that manager put him in the attack, I think Stockport would have been promoted instead of Bolton. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing this game. No, I'm gonna put Morgan Lambert in. There'll be somewhere new for you, baby. Worry about you. I'll be somewhere. See, I'll be stuck on you. Where half potential makes me mental, not having you. Makes me drives me crazy, mama. not. The exams are
This
quite
is the
decent,
kind of
really.
occasion
Not
we all relish as football fans.
what
Non-stop
for the year
hope all week
11s.
long. Now
How
for
are
the
you lot
action.
doing for your GCSEs? And for the year 6s, how has the SATs been? Because I've been thinking about them a lot recently. People that are doing their SATs and GCSEs. I'm hoping they're doing quite well. I'm really hoping they're doing well in their GCSEs and their SATs, the year 6 and 11s. But yeah, the biggest rivalry I think in school, it's either year 10 or 11, year 10 or 11, or year 5 and 6. I can't see it be year 7 and 11. But if that was years ago, it could really be it. Year 7 and 11 is a rivalry, but if you dare to put me with the year 8s, no. I really get along with the year 8s. They're 3 years on. No, my birthday's really late in the school year, and some in year 8 are 13. Some in year 8 are 13. I'm 15, so we're two age years behind. So they're 2 years in age behind me. So yeah, but I don't see a problem. But we're friendly. We get along with each other quite well. But the school gets really concerned about it. They really do. And my exam teacher, sometimes I see him around, and he sees me at the same time as me hanging out with them. Me hang out with my friends. So like year 9, year 8, but year 3. But in enrichment, didn't I tell you about the enrichments in the last live stream? When did they concede? Oh, that was when. But yeah, as I was saying, the enrichment, I had to get escorted to enrichments because I was hanging out in the corridor with my mate. And 1TA that I used to have in year 9 caught me. She shouted at me. Yep. She threatened me by getting a head teacher. And she reported me to inclusion, the behaviour team members. And I got really mad and stressed. So I had to get escorted from enrichment to on the playground. My lunchtime, I don't like my time in that lunchtime. 1 o'clock. And the time I go outside, it's 1:25 to 1:50. I'm not a fan of it because the Friday one's pain, but the rest of the week's alright. But Friday's just no. Can I go straight from there? Yeah, we won it. We still won it. Perfect. We can do 145. Yeah. Oh, Brad's have to say Morgan Lambert. Yeah, we need. Yeah, we won it because we were the only team on 6 coming to that final match day. When? When do Tottenham and Leicester play each other? Lincoln play Tottenham. Tottenham away, away, away. On a Tuesday night. If Tottenham did get relegated, they'll be one of the biggest clubs out there in the Championship. And they, well, some people would say they wouldn't survive. They would not survive in the Championship. They wouldn't cope with the financial fair play and the money. They wouldn't cope. That's what happened to Leicester and Leeds in 2005. Yeah, that's how Leeds entered League One. Wait, hold on. Leeds actually got to the semi-finals of the Champions League. 2000. Leicester won the league in 2016. Got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League and also won the FA Cup. Then a few years later, they got relegated to the Championship. Back up in the first time I'm asking, and then disaster came. They've spoken up, and they got targeted. I think the biggest Championship match we're going to have next season, it has to be. It has to be West Ham versus Wrexham. West Ham versus Millwall. Burnley for Blackburn, we're going to have that again. The biggest one in... I don't know. But if Millwall's in mid-table and West Ham's in mid-table, it's still the biggest game in the league. Imagine them two, second and third. Oh, that'll be insane. Third against second against third. In my opinion, third against second is bigger than third against second in the Championship. It is way bigger, way more bigger. When does Tottenham and Leicester play each other? Yeah, get on the sit down, stand up in just a minute. Just give us 5 minutes, then we will be there for sit down, stand up. I don't know how looking when Tottenham and Leicester play each other. Saturday, February 20th. When the Wrexham play Lincoln. Saturday, that is early. That is really early. That's early. Really early. What a sit down stand up. If you haven't heard on Radio 1 that we go up and call people, not about messing about. They don't mess about. They call one of my mates and answer this. Are you sitting down or are you standing up? And before you make the call, you predict on what they're gonna do, or what they're doing, if they're sitting down or standing up. And is that Man United Liverpool in the open? It is Man United Liverpool in the opening game of their season. Wow, we will. Who hits it? Oh, they got Fulham away. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Duran. 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 Yeah, I think we're ready. Oh. Yeah, let's do sit down, stand up. No, so we have some music. Let's have some. Oh, you need to be careful on this. We need to be careful. We need to be really careful because non-compliant music. Non-compliant music. Please tell me this works. Please tell me this works. Hell, advert, so I'm quite glad. Right. I swear, if I get an email saying this is copyrighted, I'm gonna be, yeah. Welcome everybody to our game show. Welcome to our game show. It's Mousecanon here with a game called Sit Down. With a game called Sit Down, Stand Up, and yeah, let's turn off the music. Yeah, what we doing? Sit Down, Stand Up. Yeah, you might hear this on the Radio 1 breakfast show with Greg James. Yeah, and they invite one of special guests. Like for example, he invited Miles Smith a few months ago, along with Mumford and Sons, and a few years ago he invited Lewis Capaldi, and yeah, and they call one of their mates and say, answer this. Are you sitting down or are you standing up? But before you answer the phone, we're going to be predicting if they're sitting down or are they standing up. And yeah, and we got some special guests here. We have Jack Colton in here, Clemson Woolley. I know Clemson Woolley is our manager right here, but he's right here by the stands. Go give it up. Woo! Yeah, welcome everybody. Hold on, do we have Jeffy on the way? Do we have Jeffy? Wait, let's get Jeffy. I heard there's some talks. Hey, hold on. Oh, my days, I'm a criminal. Stop farting. Oh, sorry, right here it is, but let's give it up to Jeffy. Hey, so, how do I have to sit down, stand up? Yeah, welcome to the Mousecanon, the room of Mousecanon. Yeah, but this is how it starts. So, which person are you gonna pick? And we're not gonna shout the name, because yeah, which one do you want to kick things off? Which one do you want? Oh, you want her? Right. Which one should we go for? Do you think it's sitting down or standing up? In my opinion, I think she's sitting down. What do you think? What do you think she's gonna be doing? I think she's standing. Oh, you think she's standing up? What do you think? Sitting down or standing up? I think he'll probably sit down. That's what he's thinking. I think he's gonna be sitting down. Yep. I think he's sitting down. Well, let's answer the call. This is mad. George is saying he's standing up. Not picking up. Hold on. Maybe. Hello. Well, right now I'm doing a live stream on my YouTube channel, and I got a question to ask you.
Right, okay.
Are you sitting down or are you standing up?
Standing up.
She's standing up, everybody. Give it up to Sophia Walton. Do I have your consent for your shout? She's standing up. Well done. Well done. But well done. Oh, now I'm worried I'm going to get told off. I'm worried I'm going to get told off now. But, nah, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Everyone's got... We're under control. Jack Dalton, you're in charge. I have that ringtone stuck in my head now. Oh, thanks. I had that... Wait, did we... Wait, did we get... Wait, did you guys hear it? Wait, did we... Well done. Oh, well, I'm doing a live stream. Hold on. Maybe? Did we hear it? Did we hear it?
Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you. Can we take your seats and we'll start getting the questions in now. That's all we've got time for today. Thank you so much for coming, everyone.
better days in the year than the start of a new league season, and there's a real buzz about what's about to begin. All the action coming your way here on EA TV. Well, hello to you and welcome to another exciting game brought to you by EA TV. I'm your commentator, Guy Mowbray, delighted to be in the company of Stuart Robson. And you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd with their season just about to get underway. What are your expectations from this?
Well, these fans are certainly expectant, aren't they? They really do believe their team will be promoted this season. But they need a good start here. I'm looking forward to this one.
Promising looking attack this. Good cross into the middle. This is the home side's team today.
Well, plenty of attacking width in this 4-3-3, but they'll need to get their midfield players to join the centre forward as much as possible. If not, he'll become isolated.
It's pinched, read his mind there. This is how the visitors start the game.
Well, it's a back four, a narrow midfield three, and a very disconnected front three. But if the midfield players give good support to the central striker, this 4-3-3 system could work really well today.
It's for the lead. It's smashed against the bar, a really good effort.
Yeah, what a connection that was. Just a couple of inches too high.
Here's one player who got everyone talking before the game. What can we expect to see from him on his debut today?
Well, I'm expecting him to show us his talent today because he has all the attributes needed to be...
Oh, big chance this! But that is brilliant work to stop them.
Good anticipation. That looked a real threat.
Nice possession, but will a goal to give them the lead come at the end of it? That's not a bad-looking ball. And that's where the attack ends, overcooked and behind. In the right position to cut out the pass. Well, I'm hearing there's been a goal in one of the other games. Alex Scott to fill us in.
It's a goal for Salford City. It's all even Stevens at 1-1 with 26 minutes played.
Thanks, Alex, as always. An idea that was easy to read.
That was a poor bit of play.
Inching ever closer to goal here. Taking it upon himself to drive forward further. Oh, not what the idea deserved. I'm sure he scored them in training. Well, the transfer everybody's been talking about has now been confirmed, so the will they or won't they discussions can now end.
Well, the reported fee of around £55 million is, in my view, a good price. We know he has great ability and he's so consistent. Let's hope he fits in quickly.
Oh, real opportunity! Some good work to win it there. Going to hand to Alex Scott now with an update from one of the other games.
It's a goal for Salford City. They've pulled one back and now trail by one with 39 minutes on the clock.
Regular updates from Alex along the way. And with a slight hint of alarm, it's nicely knocked to the keeper. And on that whistle, the first half comes to an end. Everything to play for then as the second half kicks off with the sides locked and level. Oh, could be here. The ball won back. Pass was read and the ball has changed hands. There's a chance for them to go now. Now this could lead to something. Chance to score! It's saved! Magnificent from the keeper.
Well, how did he stop that? That is a remarkable save.
And they take a short corner. Well, the effort never really looked like troubling the goalkeeper at all. Poor attempt in the end. Just been told of a goal elsewhere, so let's cross to Alex for news about it.
Yeah, it's another goal for Northampton Town. They're back in this now with 56 minutes played.
Nice one, Alex, thank you. And we have 30 minutes left. Still level, but this attack could see that changing. But unable to find the killer pass in the end. Great rhythm, there's a real flow to this.
Yeah, it's possession-based football at its very best.
Positive play on the front foot. To take the lead. And the first blow is delivered. 1-0. The resumption of a game that's finally given us a goal, and maybe we'll now have a different feel. A little wayward with the pass, and that'll be a throw-in. Now, this might be promising. This has to be! This could be it! And the chance slips away.
Well, the fans believe there's hope here. Can the players respond now?
Nicely sets it up.
Sports car, that's a red sports car, parked outside main reception. Please return to your vehicle.
And we're inside the final 15 minutes. Positive pass, nicely done.
Well-weighted pass there.
Into the area it goes. And that's simple for the keeper in the end. The cross delivered far too close to him. Still coming at them, hunting the goal they need. Full time is looming. What do you make of how it looks? They haven't much time now.
Well, they've certainly lacked a goal threat up to this point. There's been little invention, no real combination play around the box, and the crosses have been erratic. But there is still time to find that moment of inspiration.
Teeing up the chance now. Can he finish? And he's done really well to keep that out. Well, that brings the match to a close. A frustrating day for the fans in attendance, and it's 3 points dropped.
Well, I don't think they played with any confidence today.
Got time for a couple of questions? Thank you for your time.
What I've noticed that, yeah, we're back. Yeah, I'm so sorry. We were muted for an hour. I'm so sorry. And I was going to tell you a story, but about what happened to me last year of this incident. But yeah, I am really sorry. I didn't mean to, but it just happened. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, for goodness sake. But yeah, what I was saying, was no. Get on to another call of stand up after the game is Oldham. Then tell you some stories and really want and I'll be it. Game is Oldham, then we'll be done and dusted. No messing about. No, it all started last year in March. It all started in March last year, and it was really concerningly, but it didn't actually start in March. It actually started in February. I had my neighbors were like, my neighbors. I was in the class called Beach, and then there was another class called Jupiter. We were neighbors, and let's just say I got reported by them constantly from all month long. I literally got targeted by them but it was really concerningly. I got targeted, and I am, but it all started. I had what it was really, I don't know. Or Fletcher Holman, 320. I think it was. Let's give it, man. Yep, you going to bed now? Night night to North 7 Gaming. Night night. See you in the morning. And as I was saying, there were loads of complaints from that class about me, and I was saying I was stalking on them because what they said, every time they're out, I am always there. I'm always there. We're bumping into each other constantly, and they report it. And they said to me, it was this day. It was the day, Thursday, the 27th of March, 2025. It was a calm journey to school. It was like nothing chaotic happened in the bus, but and we got to the school, all hell broke loose. All chaos broke loose, and I got reported. Now, there were like a TA was walking behind me. There were like two of the Jupiter students, and I was in the middle of them two. And one teacher was spoken to a student, and then said, it was like talking about. Then I stopped and I looked and say, "Go to class, Mousecanon." And then she gave me, one of the girls in the front. I said, I'm fine. She gave me attitude of saying, I'm fine. I'm fine. She gives me attitude like that again, I will teach her. I'm gonna. Yes, she gives me attitude that there's gonna be some problems if she does it again. But it was. But let's be honest. Let's be civil, but we weren't there for fun. It was all out chaos. But and I went into the toilet. And then I went into class and said, "Can I go to the toilet?" That's what I normally do at the start of the day. Just go to the toilet and prepare for the day. And then there were 2 to 3 adults literally around me in the toilet room. 2 to 3 members of staff around me. And they said to me, I was talking to one of my DAV teachers today, what are we doing for DAV next week? And then said, we're doing, I don't know, little picking and that lot. And they said to me, back to class, Mousecanon. Then back to class. And then back to class. And then then the Jupiter teacher came up to me and said, Mousecanon, can I borrow you for to see you? And he said to me, I have been a little bit concerned about you recently. But my students were acting a bit scared. I said, yeah, I've been quite concerned, and then he said, you're the problem, Mousecanon. You are the problem, and you're behind all of this. I was in shock. I was shocked. And they said to me, they've told you to stop constantly, but you kept on going. That's because they never said it. They never said it with their mouths. And anyways, and then she said to me, a parent had a complaint. A parent put a complaint about this. I was in shock, and I knew who it was. It was the person that got spoken to the teacher, because I knew who she was, but yeah, I knew who she was, and I wasn't really happy about it really, but a 2-year loan. Let's give it a chance. Give Morgan Lambert a chance, and then we'll have to sign a goalkeeper for a free agent. Yeah, let's hope there's like a good goalkeeper in the target. Let's try to sign Aaron Carter. I'll talk about what happened, but she said to me about telling me to stop, and if someone tries to block you on WhatsApp, you just don't go up to them and nag at them and say, can you unblock me please? Nah, can't just do that. And that's just, they say it's stalking, and yeah, it kind of is, to be honest, but yeah, I didn't even realise it. No one even noticed who did it all year. I didn't realise it until that day. It was me behind all of that incidents. And I got so mad. I got really mad about it. Yeah, I got that's Coldplay Radio a Big Weekend from 2024 behind me and in the background, so yeah, sorry about the copyright, but I am really disappointed about that. But then the teacher said to me, I'm going to speak up to Miss Todd about this. No, I'm going to speak up to the head teacher about this. And she spoke to, and she passed it on to my teacher, because I was kind of event. But then my first lesson was cooking. It was right next door to me, so yeah, it didn't really make a big impact, because if it was at the other side of the school, it would have been more interesting. If I had DT was at the other end of the school, so yeah, that would have been interesting. But if it was Wednesday, Tuesday, or Friday, my first lessons were in class, so yeah, it didn't really matter for Wednesday, Tuesday, and Friday. But yeah, but if it was Monday, DT, it would have been interesting, because she would have had to go through the school to get to me, and drag me out of my lesson and to her office. And she did as she came in the room, pointed at me and curled her finger and say, "Oh yeah, can I borrow a mouse from you, please?" Yep. And she took me to her office and said, first thing she said, "Sit there." And she said, "Why? Why are you doing it? Just why are you doing it?" No, it's stalking. It's stalking, Mousecanon. Nah. No, I was, and she said the exact same thing as what the teacher said. If someone blocks you or something, it means they just don't want to talk to you. It means they just don't want to talk to you, Mousecanon. But I don't get it. I just don't get it. She said the exact same thing to me, but at the end, he said, the next time it happens again, it won't be me next time that's me speaking to you. It was the police. But on that day on, I felt really concerned, and it's gone a bit quiet now, because we're approaching the end of my journey. I've got 2 months left until I leave school for college. I don't know if they're gonna pass it on to the college thing or not, but yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it went off. Yeah, it was really chaotic on that day, and then for the rest of that term, I got escorted from bus to class, and then class into taxi for the rest of the term, and then yeah, it was really interesting, shall I say. It was really interesting. And it was really counting, I got to say, but yeah, and it happened. And then I worked. Then in September, I got moved to Apple class because I was too good for my previous class, Beach. And then and then nonsense got really interesting. They put Beach class with all of my friends, but I get put up with Jupiter, who are the same class that the people that reported me for stalking and that lot. And I said, I'm scared because it might happen again, this stalking. I said 50-50 because then she passed it on like a balloon butterfly. Passed it on to, I spoke to a behaviour team member, and then she passed it on to another lead of the behaviour, and she passed it on to the MD, to the head teacher, the principal, and all heck broke loose. And she said to me, do you know what happens if you do it again? The police will get involved. Then the teacher, and then the principal said, "Right, if you do that again, do you know the police will get involved? And that will go on your record." I never thought I was saying this, but it's really concerning. It's really concerning, but it's really getting sorted. Really, it's getting sorted, and I'm glad it's getting sorted. But it's been really quiet. It's been really quiet, but you know. Yeah, Coldplay's downstairs if you're wondering. And it's got really interesting because by Christmas, I wanted to hang out with my mates for Christmas. It was on Key Stage 3 lots, so year 9, 8. And not year 7 because we were quite concerning it was year 8, 7s, but yeah. But I had a feeling. Yeah. Yeah, if you wonder what ignore the background. But they said to me, no, my teacher said to me, you can't do it. You can't do it. Sadly. Yeah. But they said you can't go there for disco. Say they're too young for me. They're too young for me. I'm 15. Some of them are 2 years below me. It's 2 years at the age below me. And yeah, 15, 12, 15, 13. Yeah, I think that ain't even that bad. But yeah, but later on it gets really yeah, the age of consent is 16. But I won't do any sort of that. But yeah, we did something about that certification like a few weeks ago. It was early this year, and she said, if you dare to have a sex to a person that's under 16, that is a crime. That is a crime. That is a crime. And that could literally affect you from getting a job. It could literally affect you from getting a job. Yeah. And you could go to jail with that. 16, how many? Yeah, you know what, who I'm a 16-year-old, but I won't do sort of that. Yeah. But, yeah, it is what it is, I say. It is what it is, but, yeah, I don't really, but.
Well, what a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week, and we're just moments away from kickoff time. Stay tuned for the live action.
But it happened in January because I got in my Richmond Hammerbeats. I think you know about this last time, but I wanted to move Richmond to Disco. And then it was at the end of the Richmond slot. The Richmond 2 terms. We get 2 terms each.
It was always going to be a challenge to get any.
I was hanging out with my mates. I wanted to. It wasn't my fault that I had mates out in my year. No, that's one of my mates out in Key Stage 3 in the same corridor as me in my Richmond. 7 minutes. Last one came in 6-7.
And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now?
This is just humiliating.
Drummond. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Ollie Palmer. Well, the threat could be there.
Oh!
He's gone into an illegal position, unfortunately.
Yeah, and yeah, I got really annoyed about it. Oh yeah, with the Christmas, yeah. I got quite annoyed at that because I got my mates, so
Hammond.
yeah, I got really mad. Yeah, one part I stormed out.
And the pass
Said,
keeps them
Miss,
flowing.
and then my teacher gave me attitude to say, "Oh no, go away then."
And this will be a penalty.
I'm not talking, for goodness sake. And then I got really mad.
To make it 2-0. And he finds the net.
Now, let's pause. And as I was saying with that incident, yeah, that incident. There was an incident going on. No, I stormed off. I ran to a different. I ran away. I walked off, and I went to a different playground. I bumped into some of my mates in year 9, and he's a really friendly lad. He's only year 9. He used to be in my previous taxi from last school year, and he was really fun, to be honest. But yeah, we hang out together. I saw one of his mates doing our kick-ups. He did 100 in a row. And then until my teacher came up and he peered, and I put my thumb up like this. My teacher was freaking livid. She was fuming. Said, and she said, "Get here now!" Yeah, and she just escorted me back to class and said, "You need to hang out with people that in your age." Wait, is that why lunchtimes no one's like, we have like year 9s and 10s together and year 11s are all together? Sort of, yeah. I wasn't kind of a fan of that really, because the year 11s lunch were literally at 1 o'clock. The year 9 and 10s, 1:25 to 1:50. Why can't it be the other way around? Why can't it be the other way around? It makes sense. It makes sense, to be honest. It really does make sense. Why couldn't they do that? Why couldn't they do that? For goodness sake? Why couldn't they do that? Why couldn't they do it? Why couldn't they do that? Why couldn't they do that, really? But yeah, and when she got to my playground, there was a few TAs came up. And my teacher shouted, "Disappointed about this kid." He shouted it out. I was fuming. I was savage. It was like that one moment, my PA had an argument with a teacher on the road, in the middle of the road. My PA was absolutely furious. She was furious, livid about this student in our bus. She was crying all day and she was scared to get on a taxi because she was sick and 48 hours. She can't come in after 48 hours after being sick. Apparently she came in on a Wednesday. Yeah, she was livid. And her parents hate us. Yes, and that's why she got kicked out of our bus. She got kicked out. It was in year 9. She was year 11.
Kilkenny. And teammates around him. And cutting in field.
Then later on, my teacher passed out on this child about it. The principal about this behaviour. And then it was like the final moment before the have fun, have a good Christmas assembly, and then last Sunday before Christmas, after, and then she came up to our class and I saw her walking through the playground to her classroom and started.
Gives it a go. Oh, what an astonishing goal! Oh, from a different
Joe Snowden, what a hair!
Clean as a whistle. You cannot strike them
I'm clipping that.
Well, here's the replay. play, and I thought he was going to pass it, but what do I know? Because this is
I'm
a great
clipping that.
strike. Such a long way out. What a goal
Yeah,
that
I was
is.
livid about that. And then
So on with the game.
I was livid.
I'll tell you what, you'll be hard pressed to see a better, more spirited fight back than this one.
I was disappointed really about that, but
Caprice.
yeah.
Tom Conlon. Just the challenge that was required.
Yeah, what I was saying, I was getting anxiety about that incident with that first contestant. But I shouted that up. Yeah, I think you know what happened in that. Then the second contestant it was absolute chaos. It was one of my mates, Obi. I rang him, was sitting out stand up. He gave it away and showed us his camera. He was standing up. Everyone said he would stand up.
Well, we have a goal to tell you about.
He was standing up. He was standing up. He was like hanging out in town with his mates, hopping a wheelie, and he sent us a snap about him in the pond. He wanted to have a number 2 in the poop in the lake. But I said it's a PG rated show, but so if it was unmuted, it would have to pump up to a 12 because there are a few mild language going on. There was some mild language going on during that time, so yeah, it would have had to pump up to 12.
And away they go again. The second half.
And it'll be the first time ever it'll be rated a 12. First ever live stream rated a 12.
It did look on for them, but not to be. Good run, very much in control of the situation.
Yeah, no promise was we never watched 12. I swear, every film we watched was a U. Every film we watched was a rated 12. Every cartoon show was a U.
Well, there's been so much talk about a potential transfer, but it's potential no more. It's fact.
Yeah, I think it's a good transfer. He'll certainly
Ever since COVID came, we just never used DVDs anymore. We just used blooming streaming service. Streaming apps.
Stevens.
Go on the BBC iPlayer.
Snuffing out the danger. That's a good looking ball.
Nicholas!
I think most fans would be pretty happy with this man's display so far.
Yeah, it was a really solid performance, wasn't it? A lot of what was good about their play went through him, and I'm sure he'll be hoping for a similar impact in the second half.
Hammond. Stevens.
Yeah, I told you about what happened in the aviator listens, but yeah, Radio 1 Midweekend was really fun. Even though I wasn't there, I listened to it on the radio, and there were some shows aired on BBC 1 and 2 about the highlights of Radio 1 Midweekend. I watched the Sundays one this morning. I really like seeing Matt's one and Take a Sexy Picture of Me. I really like that one. And
they've decided that now is the time to go to the bench.
And yeah,
Kavanagh.
Yeah, with the exams and GCSEs and SATs, I'd have to say a massive support about them two, really, about them 2 years, 2 year groups, year 6 and 11s, on their final year of their school path. Year 6 is primary school and year 11s. Secondary school. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank everyone's support really throughout the terms between.
Yeah, denies what looked like a certain goal. That's brilliant awareness.
Support to each other this school year. I'd like to thank everyone and the support. I did it as a thank you. I did a thank you on Friday in my assembly in my school. And one of the thank yous was I'd like to thank all my
Many thanks
friends
as ever, Alex.
and staff for supporting me and supporting each other throughout the
He's been
school year.
influential today,
And with
but the
one
manager
term
decides
left,
to make a personnel switch at this point. Kilkenny. And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. Can they push ahead in the closing stages? A fine reading of the situation. Kavanagh. Stevens.
And what I've heard the EFL might do next season is that they start off with the Carabao Cup first round.
Nicely timed tackle. Ryan Woods. Can he find the right pass? Oh, surely!
No!
Can you believe it? With so little time left, surely that will be the winner. Amazing scenes here. Just 1 minute of stoppage time, say the officials. Asking for trouble, really, with that challenge.
It's over. I thought we were going to get something special off of this. I thought we were going to get a point.
And he's clear as lines.
But nope. No, it's over.
That will be all for this game.
It's over.
For the visitors, that's the big story.
Well, been a
It's
difficult
over.
start to the season for them.
But we've got to give credit to each other, really. We both pulled off a very good fight, but yeah. That's 2 losses in a row on the bounce.
We've got some questions for you.
Yeah, that's 2 losses in a bounce. Yeah, it's 2 losses in a bounce, but yeah, gotta be honest, you have to feel really proud. We gotta feel proud, to be honest, with these league games, don't we? Yeah, but be honest, it was a very good performance. John Snowden, what a performance he pulled off. John Snowden. What a performance he pulled off. Yeah, what a performance. Back-to-back titles. Can PSG actually go for back-to-back Champions Leagues on Saturday? Can they do it again? Could they do it again? Yeah. Yeah. We were standing in Leicester. That night we almost called it quits. Then nothing held a funeral for honey. He did funeral. He did funeral by. He did Dormat Kennedy did funeral by. Yeah, by himself. He sang funeral. I really like that song, Funeral, by Dormat Kennedy. It is a very good, passionate song, I should say. It was on Radio 1 quite a lot in term 4, and it was that start is just. Let's hear that. No, I don't. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna sing. We were staring in disaster. That night we almost called it quits. Standing on the bridges, oh, na 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 na. Held a funeral for honey. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Leicester is facing Rochdale. No, Leicester's facing York. Ooh. Burnley face Wolves. We're 19th. Northampton. Oh my days. And this is just one of the best starts to do. Oh yeah. And in the background, we just had in the background just an hour ago, we had like Coldplay on Radio 1 Big Weekend, like from 2 years ago. And it was a very good, yeah, we're a big Coldplay fan in this house, especially came from Mother Dearest. And she went to Blue and watched Coldplay from Wembley last year, but she got tickets on the final minute in the final week before she was meant to perform on Saturday. It was meant to perform on Sunday, but train strikes, so Coldplay pushed it forward to Saturday, and one of his mates' mothers couldn't go, so she gave 3 tickets to my mother, and she gave them to my auntie and her mate, her friend. But we know the friend because yeah. Yeah. And on that night, it was just it was a boys' night really in our house because Modos went out to watch Coldplay, and yeah, we watched a film. It was about the dad being the childminder host. How about no. It was like a nursery home, like childminders, and 2 dads were in charge of the childminders. And yeah, I had some snacks. I had Doritos. I stayed up until 2 in the morning. I fell asleep at 3 a.m. Woke up the next morning, 10:30. That'll be a record. Oh, it will never break. That will be a record that will never be broken ever. It will just never break, that record. And yeah, we got no time to do. We ran out of time to do another sit down stand up. But we're gonna do another live stream next week. Probably a Friday night live stream. Yeah, I don't know what day are we available. Well, we can't do Wednesday night. We can't do Wednesday night. That's a dead cert. We can't do Thursday. We could do Friday night. We could do Friday night. 7:30. 7:30 no. Oh yeah, next Friday. What I was saying to my mates, yeah, about rushing in the park. Yeah, what? Yeah. Yeah, Mark, only can't, not the next match on the live stream will be on Friday, the 5th of June. Friday, 5th of June. About 7:30, like same time as you started today. Yeah, but it was absolute chaos. I feel so sorry that you. I feel so sorry that you were muted for for an hour. 2 hours and 50 minutes. That's 170 minutes, and nearly 50 minutes of it was muted, and that 50 minutes was just pure chaos. Yeah, because we were on call with my mates. My mates called me in the group chat on Snap, and yeah, it was absolute chaos, and people were spamming snaps, and yeah. But yeah, we sadly ain't got no time to do another. It's at the time right now. It is 7 minutes to 10. 5 more minutes of speech, and then yeah. Next time we go live is Friday the 5th of June, about 7:30. That's 7 to 7:30. Yeah, but another 2.5 hour stream. Yeah, it's got no my live season is getting longer and longer, isn't it? Yeah, that's because we're starting it earlier. That's what we're starting it earlier, because we normally used to start at around 8. But yeah, I'm free on that Friday night because we ain't got no recording. We got no recording to do. In that live stream, we could do our World Cup predictions. We could do our World Cup group predictions. We could do our World Cup 2026 predictions in that video. Yeah, that would be perfect. Our World Cup predictions. That would be brilliant. That would really be brilliant, to be honest. That would be brilliant. Do a World Cup predictions in that live stream. Do another game of sit down, stand up. And yeah, it'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant. So let's say. But yeah, what a live stream should I say? Talking about DOV expeditions. We're gonna go again on Wednesday the 10th. Well, so there will be no me. There wouldn't be any content uploaded on Wednesday the 10th. Probably on that week, really. Monday on that 7th of June to 12th of June. You won't be having any content, probably anything meant uploaded on that week, because me packing up for DV, and we're going outside of school. We're going into a campsite, so yeah. It's going to be really interesting, that DOV expedition. But I really can't wait. I really can't wait for a DOV expedition in June. Even though I know the walking's going to be pain, but the curfew just hits hard. It just really hits hard. No, yeah. It's 10:10 p.m. I don't know if we could call it a night. A few moments just talking. Yeah, what do you think? Not with one term away. Some people get to leave in June. I hear someone did something that they never achieved last season, but they've got their biggest chance last season. Now they've had a chance. Now look at that. They're top of the table. 2 out of 2. Where was that last season, ladies and gentlemen? You had the biggest chance, but you lose to Blooming Burton 1-0. Holy shit. Oh, that doesn't go up to 12. That doesn't go up to 12. But that is just mad. We all need to be down there. So it's not really a fuss, really. Now, my early predictions, my early favourites to win the league, to win League One, is Plymouth. Is going to be Plymouth, Stockport, and Luton. They are my 3 favourites to win it. I think Leicester's going to be 4th. I think Leicester, they're going to be 4th, 5th or 6th. They'll get into the playoffs, but we don't know where. It'll be between 4th and 6th. I think the team that will probably finish the highest out of 4 newly promoted teams under 4, probably MK Dons, Cambridge and Salford, Notts County. I think it'll be MK Dons. Look at them. I think that could actually happen. I think they're going to be up there next season. 4th place. No. No way. Oh my days. They just lost. That's a violation. That's a violation. That's a violation, I should say, from both Wolves and Tottenham. But Tottenham went down there. They survived on the final day. But I swear, West Ham drops points to Lincoln in the opening game. But people say, I think it will. I think Lincoln will face either Wolves or West Ham. It's going to be one of them two, really. But yeah, the time. Yeah, I think that's enough to talk about, really. So yeah, after all of that, I'd like to say a massive thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching this live stream. I hope you lot enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys later. Signing off with the national anthem. God saves our gracious King, long live our noble King. God saves our King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God saves our King. Yeah, we're starting off right now, but yep, enjoy the half term, and yes, see you soon. Hold on.